Hello YouTubers and fellow aviators. Well, today I'm off flying on my second navigation lesson, relearning and reinforcing the procedures and workflow from the first lesson. The weather today looks pretty good, except for some low cloud over the mountain range. My instructor tells me it's 50-50 that we'll be able to make it back home at the end of the day, so I've packed an overnight bag just in case and come up with a plan B. With this in mind, come fly with me as I learn the art and challenges of aerial navigation. There is no GPS or EFB allowed in this lesson. In fact, I don't even have a directional gyro, just a compass for heading information.
I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah.
Today's navigation exercise will take me out west over the Great Dividing Range to two new airports. On the first leg, we'll be travelling direct to Crookwell, a small grass strip 66 nautical miles to the west of Wollongong. From Crookwell, we'll be making the short journey southeast to Goulburn, which is a fairly popular aerodrome with a diverse mix of general aviation aircraft. From here, we'll be tracking northeast back home over the mountain range, and with a bit of luck from the weather gods, find a path over or under the clouds back home to Wollongong. I've downloaded the weather forecast and come up with a flight plan and flight log. As mentioned, the main issue with today's flight is the low cloud over the mountains. If it was solely my decision, I wouldn't make the flight with my minimal experience. But with the instructor in the right seat, I'm feeling more confident and eager to learn about assessing marginal VFR weather and risk assessment. I've also included in the video description the weather brief, flight log and a map of the planned flight if you want to follow along more closely.
So, it doesn't say brief on that. Say brief on that checklist.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll have a brief anyway. So we're going to be taking off 16. We'll depart out, crosswind for a couple of miles, come back and depart overhead. And we want to be tracking 260, climbing to say, depending on the cloud. We'll play that by ear, the cloud. If we have an engine failure, we've got options straight ahead, round to the right and round to the left. And
What's to the left?
Well, we potentially could make it back to the runway once we're on crosswind.
No options there, but yeah, we can make a left-hand turn from crosswind, yep.
And I think that's good. I got pens. I think we can go. Swing it around.
Stay behind that line. You get your wing out of the road.
Departed on climb from 1000 to from 2000 to 4.5, tracking towards west. Look at the way.
Wollongong traffic Alpha 8495 is entering and lining up. Runway 16 crosswind departure, Wollongong. Right, final checks. Fuel is on, pump we don't have, flaps are set to take off, trim is neutral and wind is straight down the runway.
Good.
Right, ease the power on, straight down the runway, preloaded a little bit.
Instructor Wollongong area, system 310 Romeo Killer is flying over the field at 1800 feet, tracking to the coast for a run down to Kiama.
Right, we want 65. Right, under control, we'll put the flaps up. So this is revving at about 5.4.
That's fine, yep. Good.
So we can start coming crosswind now.
Yep.
Now we had a guy overhead. Cruise there. Got him. Have a quick look over the nose. Sorry about that.
You want to just turn your vent down a little bit? It's just breaking squelch on your mic.
You just
Yeah, you can aim it straight down.
UNH 1018 hectopascal.
affects the squelch, does it?
Yeah, it's just breaking the squelch on the intercom. Turning your mic on and off. Just pull your power back that little bit now to like.
So for cruise,
Yeah, just bring it back just a centimetre or two. Just drop.
oh, just to
drop it back
5,000.
to 5.5. Power back. There, you're pushing the nose down, but not the power, so the revs start to increase.
Okay. Wollongong traffic, Alpha 8495, departing overhead to the west, passing 2,400, climbing to 3,500, Wollongong.
So Wollongong, Cessna 310, Romex Kilo, crossing the coast, base point, southbound, descending to 1,000, Wollongong coast.
So time off is 4.5. And we want to be tracking 260, so it's over there somewhere. 259.
Wollongong traffic, Warrior Lima Golf Oscar at Charlie, taxiing to 16 for training flight.
The compass works back the front.
Yep, don't turn the compass. Read the numbers and think which
Okay.
way you want to turn.
So, got this cloud base here. I see what you mean, why it looks worse from up here.
Yeah. What are we going to do now?
Probably level off. We're at 3,200, so we're plenty.
I think you better level off, yeah. How close to the cloud can you be at the moment? Leveling off, power down to your airspeed.
Yep.
Wings level, nose straight. Wings level.
I'm just trying to come round a bit.
Oh, turn, yep, okay.
So we want 5,000 for cruise.
Yeah, before you even think about that though, what's happening out here?
We've got some cloud up there.
Yep.
So because we've got the escarpment just up here, we can be just clear of the cloud.
You can. Back there you shouldn't have been quite so close. Up here, because you're going to have less than 1,000 feet.
Yep.
Just clear of the cloud, even above 3,000.
I guess you just want to give yourself a bit of margin as the ground rises. Yeah.
Traffic into Wollongong, City Beach area, Foxtrot, Express currently dropping 10 canopies, back start point from flight levels, Wollongong, City Beach.
Wollongong traffic, Warrior Lima Golf Oscar, entering and backtracking, runway 16, Wollongong traffic.
We want 260.
How's your back door looking?
Looks pretty good.
We're okay to the right.
Yep.
You wouldn't want to be trying to go through to the left, would you? What about behind you?
It's still about the same height, the cloud.
As not closing in, okay? So you're not, in other words, you're not going up a blind valley and then try and turn around and find you can't?
Yep. .260, so compass is 260, log.
Wollongong traffic to Foxtrot X-ray, currently 8 miles to the northeast, 8,100 on distance, tracking for the power station to join base runway 16, Wollongong.
This power just keeps creeping off.
Traffic, Wollongong,
Is it?
310,
Okay.
Romeo Kilo, northbound, climber, 1
When you get it set, I'll hold it there for you. Must have loosened up again. We had to tighten the friction up a couple of days ago.
It looks like the cloud's kind of clearing over to the west there, so okay. So log, it's we left at 4.5. It's a 45-minute leg, so we should get there at 3.0. And the first checkpoint should be at on the hour.
Alright, what's your cruising height?
Well, I've got 4,500, but I think we'll just get past this kind of cloud here.
Okay.
And our first checkpoint, we've got YWOL-YCRL-YGLB-YWOL Reservoir. And I mean, it must get hard doing all this when it's bumpy and there's low cloud.
Yeah.
So you can have your head down and then all of a sudden you're in the cloud.
Oh, you can't put your head down, can you? What are your priorities?
Where's Robinson?
Aviate, then navigate.
I should probably finish up the clear off check. So engine T's and P's are okay. EGTs and CHTs are a little low. Well, the CHTs are the lower end of the green. Altitude creeping off a bit there. Could probably climb a bit higher to 4,500. Radios, we're on 127.3, but we want to be switching over to area frequency soon. So we've got to change that over to 121.2. Go past 10 miles, so probably do that now.
Yeah. Always, if you wanted to monitor Wollongong to catch any inbound calls,
310,
you
Romeo
can put it on dual watch.
Crossing the coast at the marina, inbound to join a 16 downwind for a full stop on 16 Wollongong traffic.
So YWOL-YCRL-YGLB looks a bit different today. So we should be just tracking just to the right of that.
What's your heading?
We're not to the right, sorry, just to the...
Are you making your track work or are you flying a heading? What heading are you flying?
I'm trying to do 260, but...
What have you got? What does the compass say?
24, so we got to go this way.
Correct.
Yeah, I keep going the wrong way.
Yeah, don't try and turn the compass. Read the number.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then think which way you need to turn.
Yep. That's 4-5. Got a lot going on that takeoff, that initial climb out.
Yeah. So, you know, next time you can give yourself more time. You turn back in really early over the field and then you were really busy, weren't you? So you could have gone a bit further out and had more time to get organised.
Fox 1532, contact centre 123.8, g'day.
At 5-1.
23.8, look to 1532.
If it keeps coming off, I'll just hold it there for you, so I'll work the power.
4-5. So the first we should get at the checkpoint on the hour at 00, about 6 minutes, and it just passed Mossfire. So we got Barrel over there. We're going to come around here a bit, I think.
Heading, remember, you're trying to prove to yourself that your heading's correct.
Yep.
So that's why you want to try and hold the heading, even if you can see you're drifting off track. Hold the heading long enough to prove what your track error is.
Yep.
If you keep looking at the map and sort of coming back on track, you don't quite know whether that heading's correct or not. Then once you leave all the easy landmarks,
Good point.
you're not yet convinced that that's the right heading.
Well, this is about 260, so if I just aim for just to the right of that smoke out there. So this is dual.
Dual watch here. That's dual watch on, dual watch off.
That's dual on.
Yep, dual off. Handy little gadget for nav stuff is just a stopwatch. So when you get your next fix, tell me, I'll start the stopwatch and it can keep track. Sometimes the mental arithmetic's easier.
Does just kind of keep creeping off a little bit there.
Yeah, right, I'll monitor that then.
So don't aim for that smoke, just a little bit to the right. Should give us what we want.
Can you be wearing extend the stairs? Plate on the set.
Charlie Sierra Center, thanks, and observe traffic consent.
Set on the stairs.
Velocity 272, contact centre 123.75, g'day.
Center 12375, velocity 272.
It's nice over here.
Yeah, you're in some good air at the moment. About 102 indicated at this altitude, that's about 110 TAS.
Well, I planned for 105. We should have ground speed into this westerly at 91 knots.
Yeah, you got that. Got plenty of lift going on at the moment. So how's your markers? Where was your first marker?
Just past here, like
Alright.
literally
Well, you tell me when we get to it and I'll
nautical mile.
I'll start the stopwatch for you.
Probably like 30 seconds past.
Well, Center afternoon, Indy 11 November on descent Bangalore, visual approach.
11 November, Melbourne Centre. 11 November, Erie 2H 1019.
019, thanks, Indy 11 November.
Yeah, the nose keeps kind of drifting off to the right a bit, so wing, and remember the two-step tango, wings level, just rudder pressure till you get the stop the yaw. Remember this one doesn't always centre the rudder very well. That's better. There's your marker, is it?
Yep, about here.
Okay.
So compass 260, we're track 260. Log, yes, we expect to be here on the hour, but I guess we got a climber a minute early, so we won't really make too much allowance for that. But next leg should be at 1:04. Another 15 minutes and see how we go. So we should be crossing the highway up here. We are. Engine, oil pressure, oil. So the temp still looks pretty low.
Yeah, it's overcooling, isn't it? The oil particularly. As long as we're above 50, it's safe to operate, but what's your outside air temperature?
16?
16 degrees, yeah.
But if it's, I mean, you know, you could go on a much colder day than this. Would it be a problem?
Oh, it doesn't drop much colder than that.
Okay.
What we've got to do, even really cold weather, is we've actually got to...
Traffic in the Maria area, Alpha Uniform Mike is now 4 minutes to a parachute drop level 140.
Is that Maria?
Yes. We have to blank off some of the oil.
Cooler area. Changing now to Mangalore CTAF 121.1. I'll do a couple of visual circuits on arrival. Call ops normal by time 30 or on the ground.
11 November, understood ops normal by 30.
11 over.
That's all good. Altitude 4,500. Radio 121.2. And we change over to 124.1 later on.
Single Yankee.
Oh, you can get that ready to go.
124.1.
Don't forget to keep an outside
Single
lookout
Yankee,
too.
start time for Robin, Marabin 0700.
Orientation, we should be tracking west. 260 to be precise.
Senegal, we'll see 1093, calling follow 390.
And
1093,
fuel.
Melbourne, Senegal.
Still got plenty of fuel, 96%, so it's looking good. I know this place, I was down there last Sunday. That little clearing there.
What, in the middle of the forest? Oh,
Yeah. We came up here last Sunday with a bunch of friends and went mushrooming.
Oh, right.
They collect edible mushrooms.
Yeah.
Got a few slippery jacks and a couple of saffron milk caps, so they cook up pretty nicely. So next checkpoint is at 1:04 and 13 minutes. There's don't have too many features to pick a heading to here.
Have a look at your airspeed. See, that's alright, I'll bring it back a bit. What's causing that?
And in the 11 November,
It's probably descending.
Our aircraft looks like it's getting airborne at Bangalore, 900 feet.
Yeah, a little bit nose down.
Oh, we had a bit of pressure on there.
Yeah,
Actually.
and good air. Yeah, once you got it trimmed up,
Take your hand off there,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty much just leave it alone.
You can use a bit of rudder to pick the wing up.
Yeah,
or-
you can just steer gently with the rudder, but if you get the stick in the right place, yeah, you don't have to do much work.
I'll just come up a bit.
Yeah,
Maybe we got a bit of descending air there, or that be possible?
Oh, have a look at the VSI now. It's
Coming back up.
and the bumps. You know, you're feeling bumps. So you got air up and down all over the place here.
So you got to constantly have eyes on the altitude and the airspeed indicator.
Look ahead. Hold your attitude pretty steady. If you hear the engine revving up a bit, have a quick look. Just mean like now, see the airspeed picking up a bit. We just went into a bit of lift again. So we're just getting a lot of lift and sink.
The next thing I kind of want to look at is that power line and that bend in the river. So That's about 10 nautical miles. About 7 minutes from that checkpoint, so 1-4.
That's how long.
Aircraft about 20 miles to the northeast of Coldstream, 4,500 feet southwesterly heading Melbourne Centre.
Potentially another couple of minutes.
Help Yankee, go ahead.
That's how long you've been since your last checkpoint.
I'm after another aircraft down to your southeast.
Help Yankee, say again?
I'm after another aircraft that's further down to your southeast. I've got your ADSP return, so I know where you are.
Thank you, Yankee.
A bit of smoke just to confirm your wind.
Bit of a westerly, light westerly.
That's what your forecast said, didn't it?
VFR aircraft about 20 miles to the northeast of Coldstream, tracking towards Coldstream, 4,200 feet Melbourne Centre.
Coldstream's in Melbourne, isn't it?
Yeah.
So coming up to it looks like a pretty big river here.
Traffic in the Maria area, Alpha Uniform Mike, got complete.
So I got some power lines over there. See running across. And I guess this is this bend here. The river.
Yeah, can't actually see a river, but it's a nice deep gully by the look of it, isn't it?
Well, that's where you usually find them.
That's where you're going to find the rivers. What about over the side there? See that you can see the river there now.
Being a bush regenerator.
See the power lines as well on the other side?
Yeah, I got a power lines running straight across.
Yeah, which side of the river is it on?
It's on the east
western
side.
side, isn't it? See, here's our river. There's the power lines on the western side.
Yep.
Is that what you expected to see?
Well, I expect to see them on the east side, but yeah, but on this bend they run across on this side of the bend.
So here's the river cutting back a bit. The power lines there.
So they should.
And just up there, the power lines are now on this side of the river.
I can see a power line there.
Yep. What do you got in front of you? See a bit of there's a gorge or gully running parallel to where we're going, isn't there?
Yep.
So did you expect that?
Not really. It doesn't really give you any information on the...
So we're crossing this main river. There it is, see, at right angles.
Yep.
Winding in and out a little bit. Power lines on that side of it.
Yep.
Around about where you should cross it. What did the power line do?
Bristol 183, there, QNH 1019.
It should just go straight across, but it looks like it kind of bent off to the right. So it's over here, so that could be potentially a long way off track.
There's still the power lines on the western side of the river still.
183, Eric QNH 1019.
And what do you got in front of you? See a bit of a gorge there, running in the same direction as we're running in.
Yep.
So do you see that anywhere on your map near where you cross the river?
Well, you don't really see any gorges, you just see...
or a river?
And there is another river just... Oh, there is a gorge off to our right here. Not very clear on the VNC. Go back here.
So you've got nothing to tell you whether you should change your heading or not. So you're going to hold the heading then?
Yep. I can't make a positive check.
Nine minutes since your last checkpoint, so where would the watch or the clock put you then?
9 minutes, or this leg should be
9 minutes since your first time marker.
9 minutes, so well, in 10 minutes, 10 minutes we should cover about 15 nautical miles.
Time. Where does that amount of time, how far along your track does that put you?
Oh,
Where would you expect to be 9 minutes after your last marker?
9 minutes.
9 minutes after there, where would you expect to be?
Oh, I think these are about 15 minutes long, so 2/3 of the way through.
How long are they?
15 minutes.
How many have you got? What was the length?
3. 45 minutes.
45 divided 3, yep. So they're
So we should be around here, just past that. Yeah. So we should be coming up to another river up here. That's 1-4. So it's still 5 minutes away from that. Getting a bit low.
Which direction does that river run in, the one you want to cross again?
Well, it runs kind of south to north, but slightly bending round to the...
right angles to our track, yep.
Yeah, kind of.
So if you were a river in front of you somewhere, where would you be?
Hey?
If you were the river, where would you be? A river running at right angles to us.
Potentially up there, somewhere in that gorge.
Yeah, it's all pretty folded looking country here. Look, like someone's screwed up a piece of paper.
Yep.
It's not up on the flat, is it? It's not up on the top of the hill. It's going to be down here somewhere.
Yep.
You need some air? If you want some air, I'll give it to you from this side.
Alright.
Traffic in the Lockhart area, Yankee Echo Whiskey, is a Cessna 182, and I'm 20 miles to the east, on descent through 5,000, be landing private airfield 5 miles to the northeast. Lockhart.
That's that just down there, just underneath us. Right here under the wheel.
That's a river. Not very obvious, is it?
No, but have a look on the other side.
Yeah.
It goes there, some water there, water there, water there. See the way it's folding around and following, there's the gully.
Yep.
Could be what you're looking for. Does the time make it about right?
We should be getting there at around about 1-4.
What have we got just out here? See, through the trees here, just down here?
Another power line. Should be off to our right, so I would expect that yeah, I guess we'd be 3 minutes early. That was the case.
Early, yep.
But I guess a good checkpoint just beyond that, say 5 nautical miles, say 3 minutes, would be a road and a power line just off to our right. So, well, if we come across that, then we're just tracking better than what we expected.
Bristol 183 Melbourne Centre. Bristol 183 Melbourne Centre, if reading this transmission squawk ident, please.
There's a power line running across. So we potentially could be right at track, but there's a town out there which is potentially Tarauga, which is that road that we're looking for.
Alright, so that'll give you a nice position fix on the road then, won't it?
So if there's a road, good road leading into that town, we've got the power line running off. Means that we could be
How close did you mean to be to Taralga?
not that close. That's about, we wanted to be 7 nautical miles
Away from it? How far away do you reckon we are?
3, 2,
Yeah, 2 or 3 at the most.
and there's those power lines running out there. So I reckon we're right at track. We'll get
Yeah. So what's your heading been? Have you been holding heading or pretty good or not?
I have been keeping an eye on it, but
Yep.
it's been fluctuating. But
Has it been, every time you check, has it been off to the right or off to the left or right on?
I thought it's been reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could indicate then wind slightly different or flight plan slightly wrong. In other words, you've got a slight track error. If
Yep.
you've been holding that accurately, we've been flying a straight line,
Yeah.
which would give us a track error, wouldn't it? So now, what's that coming up? See the road down there, the bitumen road?
Yeah.
And there's your town, and we're only about, what, no more than 3 miles out of that town?
Yeah.
So there's a nice fix. So that's where we are.
That's a 1-4. So we should have got here about 3 minutes ago. 1-1. So we're definitely ahead of time.
Bristol 183, Melbourne Centre.
By about 4 minutes. So we should get at the next one at 4-1.
What have you got to do to get to your destination now? Because if you stay on this, we're going to miss it, aren't we? Because we're right of track, aren't we?
Yeah. So what we do, we're about here. So
Bristol.
got to go there about 20
Bristol
degrees.
183, do you
Okay.
read?
So we want to be
Want to be what?
about 20 degrees to the left.
Off
So
what?
that would be
Off
off
what?
260. So we want to be 240.
Okay, so roll wings level and read your compass.
Bit more.
Alright, roll wings level, read the compass. Let it settle.
230.
Yeah.
Back off a bit.
Turn about approximately 10 degree arc and then come wings level and straight ahead and wait for the compass to settle. You can't read the compass when you're turning, you have to wait for it to stop. There you go.
Pretty
Okay,
good.
so got something to look at in the distance.
Yeah.
Alright,
Not much, but
let's fix our altitude.
compass log. So we got there at 1-1. So we should get there in 15 minutes. 26.
Aircraft overhead tune at Melbourne Centre.
Engine T's and B's, the green.
Compass log,
EGTs,
engine,
CFTs. Radio.
on the right frequency.
Yeah, we want to switch over to 124.1 now. And coming into Crookwell, we want to be on 126.7. And so we estimate Crookwell at 26.
Okay, and altitude.
Altitude, we want to be 4.5, and Crookwell's at 3,000. So
Know where you are, and how about your fuel?
orientation's okay. Fuel, we've got 89%. So
Use less than 10%. We've done nearly a third of the trip, so we're looking good on fuel.
Yep. So we want to hold this heading.
Holding 2-4, yep.
See how that goes. So would that have been wind or my poor heading control?
Doesn't matter, does it?
I got the forecast was pretty much a westerly 248 at 15 knots. So
Melbourne Centre, you echo the part of the 215.
well, it's potentially Goulburn over there, a large city.
Yep.
So at least we've got, yeah, once we're in Goulburn.
Traffic 6000, the area QNH is 1018, and you are re-identified.
1018.
We're being Goulburn, we're about 1-2 miles out of Crookwell. Coming out there. We expect to get there at 2:06.
And what are we going towards, the town or the airfield?
We're going towards the airfield, which is 4 nautical miles to the south.
Yeah, so how are you going to find the airfield?
Well, probably the best thing is to find the town.
Yeah.
And then just track south. It looks like there's a road that leads south towards the airport.
So remember, your heading change was a guesstimate.
Yeah.
So you're going to hold it till you can figure out how well it's working. Any other clues to help you zone in onto Crookwell? There's the town, that's one. Anything else? Any other kind of features?
We've got the wind farm, so...
what wind farm's that?
Well, there's some wind farms on the map here.
Right.
There is a bit of a lake over there.
And any station in the Tumut area safety. There is an aircraft out of comms walking 7600 just to the northeast of the aerodrome, tracking away to the northeast. We believe it may be Bristol 183 en route to stations in the Tumut.
So I reckon we're about 10 miles out. Cruise. That's about 7 minutes. And we're about 7 minutes away from our destination. So switch over to Crookwell.
Okay. You
126.2.
can dual watch it so you can keep an ear out on centre. Good.
Maybe give an inbound call.
Okay.
So we estimate Crookwell 26. Crookwell traffic Alpha 8495 10 miles to the east. 4,600, maintaining 4,600. Inbound estimate Crookwell at 2:26. Crookwell. So there's some wind farms up here.
Roger, Bankstown start time is now 0630.
So that's potentially Crookwell just up there. Got the wind farms just the south east of Crookwell.
Melbourne and Kilo Romeo Delta amendment.
The Romeo Delta standby.
And we want to overfly it. Are we just going to do a go around at Crookwell, or just overfly it?
Oh, you can join the circuit if you like, but I'm happy for you to just use it as a turning point and head to Goulburn.
Kilo Romeo Delta Centre.
Might do a join the circuit and go around.
Okay. In the start time from 0600 to 0700.
So circuit's 3,000. I mean, circuit's 4,000.
Kilo Romeo Delta, Roger, your Moorabbin start time is now 0700.
We can overfly here, and I suspect the aerodrome is over there somewhere just directly south, so we can overfly that at 4,500. We got a runway that's pretty much heading east to west, 2810. Most likely will be coming in this direction. It's a left-hand circuit, I think, so we'll come in and have a look.
What was your heading?
It was 240.
Yep. So
But I think I've found the town,
okay.
so we'll head there.
Oh, you're going to fly for the town and then look for the airstrip? Okay.
I think so.
Righto, good plan.
And yeah, we got wind farms, so there's a wind farm, and there was a lot of wind farms
See
around.
that little one there with 1, 2, 3, about
Yep, 6. I don't know, 2,
6,
3,
8.
5, yep, 8.
8 little short ones.
Yep.
That's been there for donkey's years. That's the original wind farm. That's what's on your chart.
Yep.
All those other ones
You.
are all the new ones. Look at them, like mushrooms.
25 miles.
The original one had 8, and over there's about 88.
95, you will fall down 5, 0,
Not producing much power at the moment.
They
So
never
we said
do.
we'd get it about 2.6, so time-wise it's working out okay.
Alright, good.
We just got to find this airport.
Far in your echo, the time now is 0523, so I'll take that time as 0615. And if you contact me first, 119.5.
Then we're going to depart to the Goulburn, which is over to our southeast. Four nautical miles, about 3 minutes.
Melbourne Centre, Papa India Echo is maintaining 6,020%.
Far in your echo, Centre, thanks. Call me by 15, there's no Wi-Fi code for the airport.
Papa India Echo.
The aircraft's looking 7600, about 30 miles to the northeast of Tume, so tracking northeasterly at 5,500 feet. If you could read this score, I don't think so.
I think it's just over there. I think I can see some gable markers. I guess if they don't have... So we're looking for a windsock to confirm the runway.
Yeah. What choices have you got?
Bit of smoke there showing it's blowing a bit of a westerly.
Yeah, what choices on the runway though?
Oh, well, there's 28 or 10.
Yeah.
So that smoke's a pretty good indicator. Fairly light winds.
What was the forecast wind?
Westerly, so it's agreeing with
You
that.
see the size of the town? Remember we were talking about the, you know, the size of the yellow markings on the chart. So see, reasonable sized town.
Yeah.
So it's got more than just a little dot.
I guess these wind farms, they face into the wind,
Yes.
I presume. So it's kind of telling us it's
The wind's coming from that
the west.
direction. Yep.
So we might as well overfly here. And
When they're not turning, they can be locked, but they're actually operating. They're going to be facing the wind. What's your circuit height or your overfly height?
4,500, so we're a little bit low. Keep pressuring on this stick for some reason.
That's to have a look out the front. Keep pushing the nose down a bit. Everyone does it.
Yeah, right.
Notice there's actually two strips here. There's the council strip with the gable markers. And
Yeah.
just down here, see that shed?
Yeah.
That's a hangar, a local crop duster strip.
Oh, right.
Just here, running in the same direction.
I've got a windsock. Looks like it's showing a westerly, so down there.
Yep.
We might come around. So it's want to land this way, crosswind here. We want to descend on this side and join.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All yours. Yep.
Crookwell traffic, Alpha 8495 is overhead the field at 4,300. Positioning to join crosswind 28 Crookwell.
G'day.
125, that's 093, g'day.
Times 27. What time did you estimate?
26.
Yep. And that was... it all worked out pretty good, didn't it?
Put this map away.
But there's some more verification of the wind direction. See the smoke?
So should just get, we want 3,100, so we want to level off now. We want 4,8.
What do you want for the circuit height?
4,100. If I just come over that dam, that should set us up pretty nicely. Brakes testing off. T's and P's are in the green. Bolts are okay. Fuel is on. So you drop the nose just slightly in this plane, it really likes to descend.
Takes off, doesn't it? Yep. You have control though, what do you do?
Pull back.
Yeah, just bring your power back. Circuit work, you know, 4.6, 4.7's plenty for doing circuits.
Still on. Occupants, hatches and harnesses are secured. The runway looks clear, suitable. And we can get a bit of a confirmation of the wind as we join crosswind here. Crookwell traffic, Alpha 8495 is joining crosswind runway 28 Crookwell. Fuel on, pump on. Pump's not applicable, but quantity, still got plenty of fuel. So it looks like we're just drifting off, so that's a green.
Good.
No one on downwind or base up there that I could see. Like a nice little part of the country out here.
Hey.
Melbourne area, Echo Quebec Bravo, 60 seconds, approaching job, flight 150, 9.
Echo Quebec Bravo, now observe traffic.
7 Bravo.
So 95 on this 4858. Is that what you typically get on downwind at this RPM?
Yeah, that's what I said, you know, 4.6, 4.7's plenty for circuits.
Right, beam. Reduce the power to idle. Nose up. Wide arc. Down. Nose down a bit. Power back on. $165. I might bring it to idle, otherwise we'll never get down.
Yeah, you've never been here before, you're not familiar, so give yourself lots of room.
Crookwell traffic Alpha 8495, turning base runway 28. Touch and go, Crookwell. So we want 65 on base.
Did you talk to the council about the condition of the strip?
No, because I didn't think we were going to...
After all the rain, so we won't actually touch down, okay? In case it's a bit soft.
So, line is good. Speed. Good profile, doesn't look too bad. No one on final. Runway looks clear. Runway clear, click land, wind. Hard to read that sock, that's probably because it's coming straight down.
Yeah, look at the smoke over there, straight down the strip.
Yep. We're on 60 on final.
With a few little lines in the strip here where they've mowed it. Quite a bit shiny. Could be a bit of standing water, so.
Bit of power lines there, just
Yep.
a bit dodgy, isn't it? Taking off there and
I'll be shutting down after
That's calling it again.
Kilo on slide will be shutting down.
so you might go around.
Yeah, just come down a bit lower, level off. Yeah, it's definitely wet. We won't touch down.
Right, power on.
Away we go.
Full power, bit of rudder. Right, don't want to go above 65. Got good.
Have a look out the front. We might maintain a slightly steeper climb, eh?
Flaps up. And we might turn
we
early.
Might start turning, yeah. Maintain steeper climb. Come on, get the nose up. That's better. That's more a case where you want angle rather than rate.
Yep, good point.
And the wind coming from the west comes over the ridge and
Yeah, you got downdraft.
downdraft. Yep.
So should we depart downwind here rather than going?
You can if you're organised. Remember to take a bit off your time. Set your track.
So we say we depart at say 3-3.
You're going to depart off downwind. Level off. If you're going to do it, level off at circuit height.
Okay.
Then when you get to the end of it, continue your climb.
I don't think we're going to be at circuit height until we're at the beam anyway, so...
Let's watch those revs. Well, that's because you're doing 96 knots. Pretty high speed climb. That's better.
Alright, so we depart at 3-4.
Departing where?
Well, we want to go over to 132, but we'll just start over there. But we're on downwind, so we'll just make a bit of an allowance there. I mean, you can see Goulburn from here. It's kind of Crookwell traffic Alpha 8495, departing downwind, runway 28, passing 4,300, climbing to 5,500, tracking for Goulburn, Crookwell.
VFR aircraft in the Lake Barrenjock area, Melbourne Centre.
So 3-4.
When do you get a true compass reading?
Level flight.
Yeah, so not turning, not accelerating. So if I was you, I'd level off. I'd back off so we're not accelerating. Steady the plane up. Get your reading.
VFR aircraft.
132, so
in Melbourne Centre.
we're 140, so you want to track a bit over this way, I think.
You want to make the number smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
Smaller, okay.
That's 125 or something, so I need a
What are you looking for?
bigger. 132.
132.
Oh, sorry, 139.
Yeah. 20 degrees to the right.
It's 140, so we want to come. Yeah, we want 1. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, you got it.
Aim for that hill.
Maria, Alpha for March, 4 minutes to drop level 130.
Back to climb.
Picture 130.
And what height are we climbing to?
5,500.
Hey.
So, Traffic Alpha Uniform Mark is now 4 minutes to parachute drop from flight level 3. And we'll have 7 canopy. Copy the Foxtrot, we'll give you a call when we're 1 minute.
The one little trick is you can get your line,
Yep.
pull up into the climb, stabilise and see what the compass does. If it changes, say 10 degrees, you know, okay, there's just my new number while I'm on climb. But sometimes when you come up you lose sight of your landmarks.
We want 5-1, was it?
A cruise, yeah.
That's 135. You want to just come a little bit.
You want the numbers bigger, you turn to the right. You want the numbers smaller, you turn left.
Well, that's 136, so that's pretty good there.
Yep, what did you want?
Oh, we want 140. So 140, I've got to turn to the right.
Make them bigger, yep. The bigger numbers are that way. Right's right.
It's hard with just a compass.
Yeah, hope you're not a lefty.
What's that?
Might is right, or right is might, whatever you want.
Okay, so I've got Goulburn, so I'm just to the tail edge of the south of Goulburn, so I'll use that as a...
What's your heading? Still only about 130, that's better. Yep. Aiming for the right-hand side of the township of Goulburn.
Yep. So compass is, okay, log. Depart at 3-4, we should get a Goulburn at 4-8. And the time is now 3:08. Engine T's and P's. Green. Bolts are okay. EGTs are all good. CHTs in the green. Fuel flow, we got 79%. Use 1/5. Pretty good. Let's keep coming back around here. That's altitude. 5,600. We want a bit higher. Down a bit. Maybe getting a bit of lift here. Orientation, well, we're heading to Goulburn, so that's what we want. And radio, so we're coming to Goulburn soon. So
now 1 minute.
must be about 10 miles out. So that's 7 minutes away. We get there. It's about 10 miles. So we better tune to Goulburn, which is 127.15.
Okay.
And should we make a inbound call?
You reckon you're 10 miles away?
Yeah, I reckon. Well, that's what the time says.
Time says that. Did you have any landmarks? That
Oh,
are gonna-
4.8, so 4.0. We've got another minute.
Yeah, did you have any landmarks that would have helped you?
Yeah, just this lake. So just a little bit.
So can you see it?
Yeah.
Just there.
So I might as well try and get the AWES way 13630.
Traffic in the Goulburn Sea, traffic Quebec Bravo's, clear all active runways, Goulburn traffic.
Doesn't tell us what one.
Clear below 120
Big Goulburn, Gazelle,
10 kilometers.
Okay.
for runway 26 approach, glide approach, Goulburn.
So he's
We've got a Gazelle in the circuit.
might have been the one I flew.
Goulburn, AWS aerodrome winner. Wind 290 degrees, magnetic 10 knots. QNH 1019 hectopascals. Temperature
1019.
Cloud clear below 120.
So you can probably get rid of that now.
Visibility
Let's turn off
10
the dual.
kilometers.
So yeah, so we're looking at 2.6, so we can't really use the big strip anyway. It says you have to ring up for it. So
Right. Prior permission required.
yeah, you have to use the big strip or something. But anyway, because I was using 2.6, so circuit height's 3,100. So if we overflow at 4,100, so we got about 3 minutes to descend. So we're about 7 minutes out.
So are you coming down to join or just overflying?
I might as well join. Good
Alright.
practice. We're gonna lose 1,500 feet. So that means 3 minutes. So at 4.5, we'll have to start to descend. I should give a call anyway. Goulburn traffic, Alpha 8495 is 10 miles to the northwest. 5,600 on descent inbound, estimate Goulburn at time 4.8. Goulburn. It's 4.2 now, we want to stay big descent at about 4.3. Nice and smooth out here.
Yeah. So wings level, nose straight. Wings level, nose straight. That's better.
Now Goulburn Airport is about 2 or 3 nautical miles past the town here. We just want to be on the edge of the town, so it's up here somewhere. Probably just where those buildings are potentially.
Wind, there is a fire radio check.
The weak radio.
Carrying traffic, flight of Sierra Park, holding runway 22, 4,000 feet Saran.
So there's parachutes opposite this airfield.
Yes.
What do you do when they're actually descending right over the top of the airfield?
Stay away.
Until it's clear.
Yes.
You don't want to be in there. What if you're doing circuit training or something?
Well, he can't drop them if there's aircraft in the circuit, so.
So we're about 4.3, we should get there in 4.8, but there's the fill, we're pretty high, so we can start descending down to, say, 4,000. What do you find a good RPM is to get a 500 feet descent?
Probably about 4,000 to start with.
4,000? I got the airport in sight. That looks like that little grass strip. 2.6, so it's a left-hand circuit.
Traffic Goulburn, Gazelle 0253, downwind runway 26, glide approach Goulburn.
82.53. Okay.
Do you typically make a mental check of those numbers?
Write it down. Just jot it down on your flight plan. 82.53. Your brain might be better than mine, but mine's going to forget that in about 2 minutes' time.
I never got it. So it's 4.5. We estimate Goulburn at 4.8. It's just a few nautical miles off to our left there. There could be traffic using this main runway too, I guess, so got to be really careful for that.
Yep. We haven't heard anyone, but keep your eyes open. So have you found the Gazelle yet?
He was on downwind, he's on base somewhere, but...
So why fly right over the top? Give yourself, yeah, that's it. Go around the side so you got good view.
So we want to probably level off at 4,100, where it gives us 2,000 feet above. Have a good look, I guess, especially at an unfamiliar airfield.
Yeah. So there you go, you can start to check it out. Circuit direction on 26 is?
Left hand. Left
hand, alright. So can you see the Gazelle as he landed?
I can't see him.
Was doing a glide approach, wasn't he? That was a couple of minutes ago, so he's probably back on downwind again by now. Oh, have a look, what's that coming around on final? See the shadow on the ground?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what you look for, is it?
8253, short final glide approach runway 26, touching the Goulburn.
Shadow's a great way of finding them, isn't it?
Yeah, on daylight today it is. Okay, so we've got him.
The left-hand circuit, we want to be running that way, so we want to be descending on the dead side over there.
Yep, good.
That's 2.8. So we can come down to, we want to come down to 3,100 once we're past the dead side there.
You've got to maintain your height over here because you're over the circuit. What's your minimum over here?
That'd be 3,600.
Okay, good. And where do you want to end up?
Just over here, that threshold.
Just over the top end, yep. So
yep.
Think about that, give yourself manoeuvring space.
So we want to come down to 3,100?
Yeah, you want to go out here a bit more, otherwise you're going to be doing a very tight turn to get back there.
Goulburn traffic, Alpha A495 is overhead the field at 3,700. Positioning to join crosswind runway 26, Goulburn. We want to come down to 3,100 and trying to come over those lots of little lakes around here, isn't there? Not helpful.
Yeah, just keep your eye on the strip. You can see the big bitumen one easy enough, see the end of the strip. Do a little mental plan out here, so I'm going to go out here, turn around, come back like here over those houses or over the road.
The brakes tested and off. P's are in the green. Bolts are okay. Fuel's on, pump is on. Quantity is sufficient. Occupants' H's harnesses are secured.
Our touch and go is going to be a very low pass again, alright?
Yep.
Pretty rough old strip this one. We'll be gentle on this undercarriage.
Oh, we won't actually touch, eh?
Yeah, you can get as close as you like. If you just touch, doesn't matter, but we won't actually roll out.
Gotta find that gazelle. There he is.
Goulburn Gazelle 8253, turning correction turning downwind runway 26. Line approach, touch and go Goulburn.
So where would he be? Yep.
Goulburn traffic Alpha 8495, joining crosswind runway 26, and we've got the gazelle in sight. We'll come in number 2 to the gazelle. Alright, the wind's telling us that bit of crosswind from our right, pretty light though. Got the gazelle there, so we should have plenty of spacing. No one else on downwind there. Purple, that's the one I flew.
Station pairing, glider Kilo Yankee Juliet, joining downwind runway 23 left.
Goulburn traffic, Archie November Romeo Mike, inbound. Approximately 10 nautical miles to the north of the field, sitting through 3,800 for overflight height. Expecting time, overhead, 5 miles. Goulburn traffic.
Right, a beam. Power.
Traffic Goulburn Gazelle 8253, turning final runway 26, glide approach, touch and go Goulburn.
Hard to find those. Goulburn traffic, Alpha 8495, turning base. Runway 26, touch and go. Goulburn. Off side of that gazelle, but he was on final somewhere.
Yeah, he was well ahead of us. Could be very close to touching down.
There's someone taking off there.
Oh, that'll be him then. Yeah, that's the gazelle. So look at your profile. Oh, that noise, something breaking through our squelch.
No one on final there, so we want 5.
How's your profile look?
It's a bit low.
Bit flat there, so fix it.
Our lines, okay. Speed is good, profile's a bit low. Presume that's the runway.
Yep, gable marks either side. Power lines in front of you, road, horses. Don't get too flat on your approach. You can see the threshold marking, so about
yep, I got it now.
30-40 metres past that road.
Let's see.
A bit flat looking.
Bit of power on?
Oh, just level off. You can just touch the ground if you like, then we'll go. Nose up. Nose up, power right off. Right off, right off. Right off. You better just touch. Running out runway though.
Okay.
Okay.
Common traffic, Archie November, Romeo Mike, inbound approximately 2 nautical miles now to the north of the aerodrome, 3,600. I have one of the aircraft operating runway 26 in sight on upwind. The other aircraft, can you please state your position, November Romeo Mike, Gold traffic.
November Romeo Mike, this is L 8253, we are currently laid downwind runway 26 for light approach full stop.
Okay, I'll let you know when I have you on site. I'm going to be descending on the dead side of the circuit for a left-hand circuit, runway 22, and planning to join a midfield crosswind. Still in traffic.
Maybe I'll depart crosswind and come back.
Yeah, like. Or which direction's downwind point?
Down there, we've got a heading south.
Yeah.
We want to head
Pretty well straight off downwind. Anyway, going this way, keep going this way. And advise them. Let's talk over that, it's interference.
Still in traffic, Archer November Romeo Mike, just joining a midfield crosswind, left circuit runway 22, still looking for that traffic on downwind for runway 26, Goulburn.
You tell him what you're doing.
Goulburn traffic Alpha 8495, departing crosswind, runway 26, Goulburn, and we're passing through 3,500. We're going to be climbing to 5,500 and then coming back and tracking towards Wollongong. So Goulburn, he wants 060.
Traffic, Archer November Romeo Mike, turning left downwind, runway 22. Going.
Too slow. Traffic Goulburn, Gazelle 8253, clear of all active ground rates, Goulburn.
He's on downwind 22.
Okay.
I think. So we want 060. Sorry, we want 060.
And power back a little. A full power just for the first couple of minutes to get off the ground and then just back it off. That's it, good.
Just like the Jabiru.
Yeah.
Have a look up at the nose.
Goulburn traffic, Archer November Romeo Mike, turning left base, full stop, runway 22, Goulburn.
Tell that bloke. November Romeo Mike, Alpha 8495. Your transmission clarity is a 5, but signal strength very low. We're struggling to hear you. I want to be able to just talk up a bit.
November Romeo Mike, we're currently on base, turning left final for runway 22. Is that reading better? Goulburn?
Yeah, that's better. And we're well overhead. We're currently on climb through 5,500, tracking southeast.
No worries, g'day.
Direction northeast.
Goulburn traffic, Archer November Romeo Mike, turning final, full stop, runway 22, Goulburn.
5,000 top of the cone, climb pump off, which we don't have. We want 060. Got to come round to the right a tad. Alright, compass. .060, so in between those two towns.
Good.
Log. Fire, we departed at 5.6. You should estimate Wollongong at
Traffic Kilo Yankee. Uniform is joining downwind run
leg of runway 23 for full stop carrying.
24, and we estimate
Number 2 to the label.
14 minutes to the first checkpoint. So that would be 10 we expect to be. 10. So just that's just before Bunanoon. 10 we expect to get there. Log engine C's and P's. Pressure's in the green. Temperatures in the green. Bolts is good.
Towering. Launch. Kilo Yankee uniform. Request land 23 main runway.
Altitude radios, so we want to probably switch
Kilo Yankee
back to
uniform,
121.2. And we might as well just keep monitoring Goulburn, or just don't worry about it.
You can keep monitoring them. Have you heard that bit of chatter, bit of traffic?
No.
They've been calling Taurang. It's the gliding field.
Okay.
You know where it is?
No.
Okay, we were next side of the carriage, jump the flight 1%.
Whereabouts is that?
Just over there. 6 miles over there.
That range looks pretty impressive from here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just to the flat land to the right of the range, you can just see the river curling around. Just to the right of that river.
Just over there on those flats somewhere?
Yep.
Alright, altitude radios we've done. Orientation, we should be heading pretty much east. 060. Fuel, we've got 70%. We've got plenty of fuel for this short leg of 28 minutes. So, okay. Have a look at the map, got that all under control. So we should be tracking straight between. Got the Hume on the left-hand side here. And we want to be tracking straight between Morellon and the quarry there.
Alright, wings level, nose staying straight.
0,
we've got to squeeze a bit of right rudder.
So with my feet off the balls.
Yeah, remember you have to centre the rudder. So wings level,
Yeah.
2 steps. Put the wings level, and then watch out the front, and make sure it doesn't turn.
Okay.
When you do that, you'll find the balls in the middle.
That one?
That one's indicating fraction off to the, it's swinging around a bit. This one's showing correct, this one's just swinging around a little bit. But you can, if the wings are level and the nose is straight, you cannot be unbalanced.
Alright, so we're tracking pretty good in between this quarry and the town, holding 060, and we estimate got a few of those little towns.
Yep, so just hold that heading, monitor your times, get your checkpoints. So you've got a nice one coming up here between, both for time and for track. Yep. So you've got a nice big quarry that you know about, the mine. On the right, you've got the town on the left. So if you drew a straight line between those two on your map, that's a perfect time and position checkpoint.
Okay. Level 360 position.
New Zealand 065, g'day Melbourne, set up position not required, identified.
065.
About 17 nautical miles away, so ground speed.
How many minutes away is it?
Well, I guess that's where you got to look at your track. So if it's a 14 minute track, just over halfway, so about 8 minutes. We depart at 10. Depart at 56, so should get there at 04, 03 now. So time wise,
looking pretty good. How about the track?
Track's good. 1060. I got to pick a tracking point ahead, so just not many features. What do you pick out in this case, Bruce?
Just anything that'll help you. There's a bit of a line through the trees. the paddocks in the
Yeah,
distance.
Essendon Information Hotel.
There's nothing much there.
Station
Just
in
keep,
Melbourne Information Quebec. Our current.
keep flicking back to the compass every now and then. Put your wing level. Make sure you don't see the nose turning either way.
Hospitality Golf, departed Lakes entrance.
Only take,
Request traffic.
only takes
Charlie
a,
Golf, that IFR departure.
only takes a slight push on that rudder to end up.
Departed Lakes entrance, Port Kyneton via Eastdale. Request traffic.
Oscar Charlie Golf, squawk 4275, no reported IFR traffic. Area 2H1019.
It's a bit off-putting, isn't it? Because when you look, you can see that we're going sideways.
4275.
This way?
Yeah, when you look out there, you can see that it feels like you're just looking at the grounds that are passing under you. Where's the wind coming from?
New Zealand 865, start clearance.
It should become almost straight behind us.
Arrival, runway 16,
Maybe a little bit off our left.
Yeah, a bit off to your left, isn't it? What was the difference between your track and your heading?
360 New Zealand 865.
1 degree. Because the forecast was for 260 minus the magnetic. That's true, isn't it? So 248. So
traffic.
Pretty well straight behind you, so almost no drift. Yep. So how are we going?
So 05, we I kind of guesstimated about 04. So
there's the mine.
Yep.
There's the town. We're smack bang in between the two of them.
Yep.
That puts you right on track. So that heading's pretty good. So stick to it. You can throw the map over the back or out the window now, and keep track of your time, and just go off your flight plan.
All right.
Oscar Charlie Golf.
Chuck it out the window?
Yeah, if you, nah, that's littering. Some bush regeneration bloke down there will dob us in.
That's right, we'll get in trouble for that.
You know, the binoculars on the rego number.
I know you were joking. I don't have to edit that one out. That's the top of the Shellhaven there.
Yeah, and that's a very good land feature. See the shape, what happens, the river's coming up, does that big U-turn. Have a look at your map.
I threw it out the window.
Ah, sorry. Alright. Time and heading. Hold your heading, watch the clock, that'll tell you where you are.
We pretty much track just parallel to this power line, really.
Ah, that's handy. So just hold your heading and see if that's what works. Start trying to think ahead a little bit, so rather than just waiting and then looking out for you. What was your next main landmark?
Well, really, it was the checkpoint at Bundanoo where the road kind of bends.
Bundanoo, yeah. Okay. So how far away is that? In minutes?
Lieutenant Q-Link 229 at Delta landed Wollongong, Sandwich.
3 minutes.
2 minutes.
How many?
3 minutes.
3?
Yeah, I think so.
What time do you expect Bundanoo? Your flight plan won't tell you, but your map will. Because how long was the leg?
Oh, to Bundanoo?
Yeah.
Well, it was 40-minute leg.
Yep, so Bundanoo was just past halfway.
Yep.
So 20 minutes after leaving Goulburn, we should be looking at Bundanoo.
40 minutes after Goulburn?
Yeah, half the 14 minutes, okay, yep.
And we departed Goulburn at 5:06. So 14 minutes halfway. Bundanoo should be coming up in
10 past?
Yeah.
2 minutes, yep. So if it's only 2 minutes away, heading, you should be able to see it out the front. What can you see out the front?
See a town up there?
Yeah, fair sized town too by the look of it.
It looks like a railway track down there.
Ah, yeah, that's handy. And it's doing a big bow out. Should it? 2 minutes before Bundanoo, should the railway line curl away a little bit like that? You can't see because you got your map folded up.
Yeah, possibly here.
Where's Bundanoon there?
Yep.
See that there? Railway line goes one way, road goes the other way.
Yep.
And they come back and join up again. Man, we've got a little town down there. What do you reckon that town is?
Could be Penrose or Wingello or something like that.
Reasonable sized town.
Probably Wingello.
Correct.
Yes.
Brigadier Maria area, Oscar's correction Alpha.
That's my brother-in-law's house, just down there.
Oh really? Nice spot. We're pretty much tracking over that road. Ideally we want it to be a little bit right of that track.
Where was your track taking you? Left to Bundanoon or right to Bundanoon?
Just right at Bundanoon by about a nautical mile.
Okay, so what are you starting to learn? But remember, not where you're looking, but where you're tracking?
Yep.
So we're a bit to the left of track?
Yep.
So have you been holding the heading accurate, or every time you check, has it been off one way or the other?
Reasonably accurate, but...
Reasonably accurate, alright. If you're happy it's been pretty accurate, and you're slowly drifting off track, what sort of track error have you got?
Oh well, we're a couple of degrees.
Okay.
Really.
So what's your correction going to be then? If this is the halfway point, and we're say, what, 3 degrees off track error?
Yeah, so we want to
plus
turn...
a 3-degree closing angle?
Yep.
6-degree correction to the right.
Okay.
So we go to 5.5, 5.4 instead of, 6.6.
06, yeah, 6.6. So we can do that.
Yeah, you can do
well,
that.
Well, the checkpoint is just before Bundanoon, so...
Wait till you get there, okay.
Oh, it's about a nautical mile beforehand, so it's about now anyway.
Getting pretty close, yeah.
We said 10, it's 10.
Alright, so the time's working perfectly.
So let's...
Tracks a fraction off. Yeah, so 6 degrees to the right.
India Echo, thanks. Identified area QNH 1019.
1019 for Parent Echo.
Parent Echo, identified, verify level.
So that's compass done, logs done, engine.
Engine T's and P's are okay. Faults are still alright.
Altitude?
Altitude's a little low.
Too slow.
Oh, we've got some cloud ahead of us, so we want to start thinking about that, I guess.
Yeah. Radio?
Radio, so we might just set up for the AWIS for Wollongong. 0.35.
Can you get it from here?
Probably not. I don't know.
Right. You're it. And better start making a plan, eh? So wings level, nose straight. Once you're on your heading.
Zulu Center.
Wings level. If the compass is not correct, you get those wings level and the nose straight.
They're 13 miles off the direction. 6,300 feet unverified.
Level wing down a bit, just level all this up.
Calls on Tango Mike.
Level your wingtips, or level this little line, or level this bar up here, that's better. Now a bit of right rudder to stop that nose twitching off to the right. Remember, rudder gives you bank, so at the same time hold the wing level. Okay, so we're only on about 6.4, aren't we? So we just want to come a little bit more to the right. And you better start thinking about what you're going to do up ahead. You're going to go under it or over it?
Probably have a look under it, I guess. I don't know.
The X-ray, thanks, Squawk.
What would you recommend?
470, no report of traffic.
We got any problem back here?
No, but we've got controlled airspace.
Yeah, what height's the controlled airspace?
Well, over Wollongong it's 7,500.
Okay, we're at 5, we can go up another 2.5.
Yeah, so...
what height's that cloud in front of us? Compared to the horizon? Pretty much on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at about the same height we are.
So how high it extends though, who knows?
Well, have a look. What if we went up to, let's go up, we can go up 2,000 feet. We can go from 5.5 to 7.5.
Verify level.
3,400.
And if it's no good, we know we can come back and then have a look underneath.
So RPM to 5.
Yep. Pitch up a little for a climb, good, then leave it alone.
Melbourne Centre. Good afternoon. Keeling 213 Delta, maintaining flight level 180.
213 Delta, Melbourne Centre. Good
All the colours are coming a bit early. See all the reds down there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, brilliant reds everywhere.
It's a good day for it, isn't it?
You know, they're all imported trees, all those coloured trees.
Oh, I know that.
Whiskey X-ray, you're cleared to Sydney on track Shepparton and Cullen flight plan route. Climb to flight 240.
We're tracking pretty good because we've got Fitzroy Reservoir up there.
Yep. Where did you track one again?
Just to the left edge of it, north edge, so it's looking pretty good. I mean, in terms of track from here on out, it's pretty straightforward. More about just this cloud. I mean, it looks like a fair bit of cloud build up.
This looks fairly solid from this angle, doesn't it? Remember, when you're fairly low to it like that, even if there's holes, we can't see them yet because we're looking at it almost horizontal. What about down to the right?
Yeah, definitely clear up, so that's a good option.
Yeah, but it is, what's today, Saturday?
So yes,
is now active?
Oh, I didn't check.
Didn't check, so that's a possibility if it's not active. How could you find out?
Pull up centre.
Yeah, and what would you ask for?
I know, you say Sydney Centre, just Alpha 495, just you tell me if the narrow airspace is active.
Status of Romeo 420.
Not a problem, thanks.
So how do you know if we're 6,000, how do you know if you're going to be able to overfly the cloud?
Where's the horizon gone?
Well, you can't see it really.
Have a look out here, just span it round. So looking out over there, just under the cloud, that's sea level, come around.
Still looks like maybe straight ahead there might be
so the cloud's already below the horizon for us, so we're already above it.
Oh, so you think that's the horizon just there, that little darker layer?
India Echo, contact centre 1.
Look out to your right.
Well, I can see a lot of haze, it's a problem.
At the bottom of that haze, come around, look around this side, see the ground level over there?
See that?
Yep. So we're already above the cloud.
There's a big hole there.
We've got 1,000 feet to go if we need it. And we're starting to see how the cloud's actually a bit more broken than we first thought.
Yeah.
Up to the left, no problem at all.
Yep.
Are we able to track up there and come back in? If we had to, we could go up towards, what, Wollongong,
yep.
Wedderburn, then come back in up the north. It looks like, even right through to the escarpment is clear up there.
Yep.
So we've got options up to the left.
Down the right.
We've got a no-brainer on the right, as long as the airspace is closed.
We just can't go above 7,500.
Yeah.
So is this what they call VFR on top?
VFR on top is when you cloud, it's overcast, you can't see through it all.
There's just holes in this one, so broken.
Yep. If it's broken, we've got enough to continue navigation, but it's difficult when you can only see a bit of ground now and then, because there could be a great big town down there, but the holes don't line up with the town.
So I've got the reservoir just down below us, so we're tracking okay if we just keep pointed there.
Hold the heading, yep.
Roughly 066, and there's 7,000.
What's our area QNH? Are you still on area QNH?
Well,
you got it at Goulburn, which is within 100 miles, so it's legal to use that.
I'll get Wollongong then.
4,100 feet. Visibility 10 kilometers. Dew point 14. Humidity 67%. Rainfall last 10 minutes nil. Wollongong, AWS Aerodrome weather. Wind 090 degrees magnetic 6 knots. QNH 1018 hectopascals. Temperature 20.
Yep, we might activate that. And you can continue to monitor centre if you want. By now we're coming up to Sydney radar. 12455. What's your heading?
066, so we want to come to the right a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, I can't really see that horizon past the clouds there.
Come around here and bring it around level. So the horizon's the bottom of that dark haze. Come right around. That's about in that cloud in front of us. See some build-ups out in front that come up to the... So those build-ups are up to our height, our altitude. At this stage we can still descend back down and go under it.
Yeah. I'll be you're first to descend, come back over the top and...
Yep, but have a look over here.
A big bit of a hole there?
Yep, stay on your heading. 066, wasn't it?
Sydney Centre, Foxtrot, Tango Echo.
So we're not going to get...
2,200.
We're not going to get stuck up here.
Tango Echo, Sydney Centre, clear area. There is no immediate traffic tracking direct to Richmond Rain Clear Control Destination.
There's Robinson. So Robinson's...
Tango Echo, you find to 37.
Good checkpoint for 10 miles.
Warrior, Mike November Golf, turning an extreme downwind runway 161.
Would you make an inbound call?
Yeah.
Though you're over the top?
Oh yeah, yep. You're coming in, your plan is to come in, so... You can do it now, you don't have to wait for 10 miles, you can do it whenever you like.
So we're on 127.3.
133.5.
Wollongong traffic Alpha A495, so 12 miles to the west. Inbound we're at 6,900. Estimate on descent, estimate circuit time 24. Correction time 27. Wollongong.
True, Wollongong Helicopter Hotel Whiskey Delta is 3 miles to the west of the airfield, joint circuit for 16 on crosswind.
So even though you're not actually descending straight away,
Verified
basically you're just telling them what you're going to be doing.
You are descending. You've been descending. And we want to descend anyway. Yeah, we've got a nice slow descent going. Let's leave it going.
I can put the map away now.
You know where you are. What about options? Are there... See what looks like a nice big hole in the cloud here?
Yeah.
Slightly to the right of our track. Is that going to be okay to use? Our heading's a little bit off. We want to be heading a little bit that way anyway. So Wollongong's right down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's over there in front of us.
Well, you've got the Barons Grounds towers there.
Yeah.
Are you looking to descend into a hole or over the sea?
No, I'd be quite happy. Have a look over there.
I guess we want to aim for there.
So you can see now that we could descend right over there and come down over the water.
Yeah.
But we've got a...
Now left to right at 1.5 miles, 3,900 unverified.
We've got a nice big area here that we could descend safely down into.
What sort of angle do you descend at? Does that look like a good profile, or would you have to circle down?
Just set up a comfortable descent rate, assess how it's going, and if you need to, it's that area is big enough that we can just do like an orbit round as we descend down into it. You can see the Jamboree Valley clear.
Traffic's in you, 1 o'clock now, half a mile, 4,000 feet unverified.
So rather than descend straight over the aerials, a little bit to your right, yeah, that's taking us straight down the valley and away from the antennas.
28, passing
Roger, everybody, we're going 30 corner runway 16, touch and go, Wollongong.
So this is 800 feet per minute, bit too
Yeah,
quick.
that's okay.
16 at circuit to join the circuit for 16.
And monitor your temperatures, so you can see that's not really a hole, that's just quite a big cleared area, so we've got no dramas working with any of that.
You're 2 o'clock, about 1.5 miles, currently northbound 4,000 feet unverified.
That's awesome.
And the second VFR aircraft approaching at 12 o'clock, 3 miles left to right, 3,800 unverified.
One identified looking for the second, Foxtrot Tango Echo.
Yeah, Brisbane Centre, Tango Echo, go Oscar Victor, maintaining 4,000. Shortly on descent, heading back to Vancouver.
But in my mind, that's a safer option than sneaking in down there.
Foxtrot Tango Echo,
underneath.
second traffic's in you, 12 o'clock now.
There's the lake, look over there.
700 unverified.
Tango Echo.
Foxtrot Tango Echo.
So you could either keep going over there or you could come around here, yeah, come around to the left of the towers.
Jetstar 768, contact Melbourne Centre, 133.5.
Or this side, we've got plenty of clearance, you know, to go over them.
You reckon we'll sneak under that cloud up there?
I'd go over this, see this low stuff in front of us?
Oh, this stuff here, but just
stay over that and then under the next bit.
Okay.
temperature's getting quite cool. Cylinder head's not so important, but the oil gets down below 50. Remember, you don't want to go straight through to full power, so it's okay there, but if you do have to start to climb, unless it's an emergency, you don't go to full power.
Wollongong traffic, Cap, Foxtrot, Yankee, lining up, rolling runway 16.
Now have a look at the cloud in front of you and the way it's approaching, and then whether you're seeing more gap underneath. So you need to just descend just a little bit steeper.
Helicopter Hotel Whiskey Delta is turning left base for runway 16, full stop.
Beautiful.
Looks like we've got a good gap just over to the right there, so.
Nice gap, and opening up behind it, so no problem.
Foxtrot Tango, did you want to nominate an ops normal time?
Alright, we're down, look at the height above the ground, we can probably cancel Sydney then now, so not distracting you. Just turn the dual watch off. So you can just focus on local traffic.
Got a heavy left foot.
Yeah, oil's gone below 50, so let's just add a little bit of power and just start to bring the temperatures back up a little.
Roger, Vic, Challenger, mind November Golf.
That'd be enough, yeah, that's plenty.
Let's go on up.
For that cloud base, about 3.5. Lucky for us, it's 3.5, not 2.5 as per forecast.
Yeah, well, if it's 2.5, it's a bit of a tight squeeze.
That's right. But have a look under there. See, that's the gap you would have been trying to sneak through.
Yep.
Yep. So a much safer option was over the top than trying to.
And looking for a hole.
Yeah.
So, why is it so bad to come underneath it though? I mean, still got. If it's 3.5, you've got 1,500 feet, don't you?
No, you haven't.
Is that 2,000 there?
Above the high part of the ground there.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Right, what's height is it?
The top
there?
of these towers over here are what? 3,300. Yeah.
So over there it's a little bit higher, whereas up north it's more about 1,800.
Yeah, up north it's quite low.
So here you reckon it's about 2.5?
Yeah, this is the highest part right up here.
So you've only got about 1,000 foot gap there.
Yeah, even less.
So that'd be like
1,000 if you're lucky.
That'd be the minimum.
So if it's stable, and as you're approaching it's okay, but if there's sometimes if you see it starting to get very hazy and starting to form, it can haze up and close down on you very quickly. Right, we heard some traffic on which runway?
Was it 16? I didn't
quite hear it. Where was the wind, do you remember?
I worked out it was 16, so it was coming from the east.
Okay.
I think about 12 or something.
Right, Charlie Challenger, Golf is turn base, runway 16 for a touch and go on.
There you go, right on cue.
16 is that way, so we want to descend on this side. So we can just do a bit of a orbit round here.
Or how's it going for just straight on the crosswind?
Delta is clear of all flight streams.
We've got to come down 1,000 feet, so we should be able to manage that.
Yeah, dropping nicely. Just increase your power a little bit again, just see it's still, oil temperature still dropping. And when you join the circuit, don't go to a high power setting, just go to that 4.
What was that guy, where was he, did he say?
Turning base, so he's down in that bottom corner.
Well, Charlie Challenger, mind November Golf is the final runway 16, touch and go on.
There's a bit of a conflict there.
Okay, so he's on final, turning for a touch and go.
I'd probably do an orbit.
Where should you, no, if you go now you'll be ahead of him. If you want to do an orbit, that's fine. But where should you be joining?
Probably mid crosswind.
Yeah, about where they cross over.
Oh, that's why I can sneak in front of him.
Yep, he's climbing out underneath you. But he's still on final, so.
Brakes testing off. Engine T's and P's are okay. The oil's a bit low. Fuel is still on. Quantity is sufficient. Occupants, hatches, harnesses are secure. Runway, we'll have a look.
Yeah, better give them an update now.
Yep, I've got the traffic. Wollongong on traffic, Alpha 8495's joining mid-crosswind, runway 16, Wollongong.
Right, power to about 4, no more. The oil's starting to come up, but just 4 and a bit. Leave it there. Just take it up a bit and just leave it there.
No one on crosswind there. Downwind.
Good. Where was the other bloke?
Probably right behind us now.
Airborne, there he is. Height.
Right, no one on downwind there.
Wollongong traffic, cab Foxtrot Yankee, currently overhead Minamara at 3,500. Traffic Wollongong.
Give him an update so he knows where you are.
Wollongong traffic Alpha 8495, turning downwind, runway 16, Wollongong.
That's midfield downwind.
Right, there's
because we've got a low power setting, we're slower than normal, that's why you're drifting down, because you're using the normal attitude, but the low power.
Wide up, flaps down, nose down.
Power back on. Maintain 60, 65.
Turning downwind runway 16 for 8 full, so on.
You're already a bit low, no point climbing up again, you can just...
Okay, just leave it there?
Yeah, leave it there and turn in a bit tighter than normal.
This thing, the way this thing glides.
Start coming around now, just bring your power right off.
On traffic Alpha 8495, turning base runway 16, full stop, Wollongong.
Line, speed, profile. Profile looks okay. Line's a bit wonky, but we're going around the houses, that's alright. Speed's okay.
Speed's getting a little bit higher. Feel like we're a little bit higher.
Profile, yeah. Not too bad, that should be okay.
BB 165. No one on final. I got to get in landing mode.
Yep.
Where it gets hard. Can you do a good landing after flying for 2 hours?
Usually not.
Hey?
Usually not. Here on final.
I get these feet up a bit.
There's no toe brakes here. Not a Santabria.
No, it just gives you a bit more feel.
Ah, yeah.
Alright, Charlie, Country 1 November Golf turning base runway 16 full turbo window.
What's going on here? Why are we flying along in a big side slip?
I just feel a bit higher.
No, that's flat.
Huh?
Yeah, look at all the red lights, even the pappy says you're flat.
Oh. A bit slow.
Slow and flat, yeah.
Our runway's clear, we're clear to land, wind's pretty good.
Oils are down, clear to land, down we go.
Right, we'll take the power off. Power's off, eyes down the runway.
Now don't let it touch down yet, it's a bit flat.
Yep.
That's it, perfect. Hold it up, hold it back. Like the tail dragger, that's it.
Like that?
Yeah, bit of brakes. Slowly braking, keeping the back pressure on all the way.
So you can't...
Slowly braking and we'll be able to slow down, we'll be able to turn this.
Can't scrape the nose? I mean the tail on
Yeah,
this?
you sure can, yeah.
You don't want to pull back too much?
No, I didn't say... I didn't say put the nose right up in the air, just keep the back pressure coming on. Perfect timing.
Where do you want to park it? Back at the hangar?
Go straight to the hangar.
Wollongong traffic Alpha 8495, clear of all runways. Wollongong.
Perfect there now.
Yeah.
Light wind almost straight down the runway.
Go do some circuits.
Yeah.
Well, that's hard doing cross country and then coming to land. Let me tell you, when it's your second time,
Yeah.
a lot going on there.
Just got to pack everything away, switch your brain into gear and just concentrate on those basics. Line, speed and the profile.
Just can't beat experience flying a plane, can you? It's okay to just do circuits, go for a local flight, but navigating, going to unfamiliar airfields, coming in and punching through holes in clouds, and I really struggle with that haze. It must have been a bit of a inversion, was there?
Have a look out there, see how hazy it is. A lot of moisture in the air, that's why the cloud's forming like that. Yeah, number 6, take this next one.
It's not over until the engine's off. Isn't it?
Correct.
Want me to, how do you want me to point it?
Yeah, we'll keep coming around, just stay nice and close to this edge. Keep an eye on your wingtip over there.
Yeah.
It's good. Better roll another couple of metres and then I'll back it in. Okay, same as every aircraft.
Alright.
Clean up.
Clean up. Flaps are down. Trim is neutral.
India Tango Alpha, taxis to 16 for departure.
Leave that on.
Yeah, transponder.
All these off. Transponder to standby. Off is off. You want to get that? Okay. All got it? Avionics off? Yep. Let mags off. Master off. Oh, I made it. What have we got coming up here? Looks like a little
like a pits. Now see how he can't taxi, he's all over the place. Why is he doing that?
You can't see.
Exactly.
See little pits?
No, it's a not Acroduster. So it's like a copy of a Pitts. Eagle, Christian Eagle.
Oh. So how was that, Bruce?
That was good. You did a good approach and both Goulburn and Crookwell. Climbing out of Crookwell, head down here a bit too much, looking at all this, not thinking the big picture outside, which was high ground right in front of you.
Well, I was waiting to 500 feet, but I guess
you don't. Yeah,
you got to do what's in front of you.
The ground is higher than us. We're climbing straight towards it. Are we going to clear it or not? You should be assessing that. Am I going to clear that or not clear it? Remember, you might get downdrafts because of the wind direction, and
so it's more
turn
important.
away. If you're at 100 feet and you're not going to clear it, turn away.
I was a bit right to the track on that first leg, near heading over to Rauga. I'm not sure why that maybe was the heading. I guess I can check the footage though and see.
It can be the heading, it can be you made a mistake in your flight plan, it can be the wind wasn't as forecast.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, that's what we're trying to assess. We're just trying to find the heading that's working.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I'll turn this on early enough to get an accurate line for the start. Yeah, I think only so it's drawing a pretty straight line, so that might not be correct.
Yeah.
But I think I only turned this on about here.
Yeah.
In which case, but let's assume it was. You can see that just that slight error out to there. Now we weren't that far off track, and even from about there to there, it's still consistent.
Yeah.
Right. So we're got to turn this off. Go back to the plan. Then you made your correction straight for the town.
Yep.
So the correction wasn't quite enough.
Yep.
What it did was it fixed our track error.
Yeah.
But not you didn't add a closing angle.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, because I was 20 degrees off track, but then I knew so. Yeah,
well, I don't think you were 20, maybe 10. But from where you were, which was fairly close, if you're halfway along and your track error is 10, then your closing angle is also 10.
Yeah, so it's 20 total. Yeah.
But from where you were, your track error of say 10, but the closing angle more like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Back to the map. So you just a little bit more, not much more, but just maybe 25 to 30 would have brought you straight to the airfield. But
I think too, I saw Crookwell and I did kind of aim for that as well.
Once
so
you saw
potentially,
yep, because then that made it easy to find the airfield.
Yeah.
Most people go over there, they struggle to find the airfield, because if you fly straight for the airfield, it can be quite hard to see. But by going to the town, we look to the left. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, especially these little grass strips. Is that what you would typically do? If say you've never been to Crookwell before, would you have flown to the town, or would you?
Well, you know where it is, but you use the town as your way of finding it.
Yeah.
If you, no, and again, don't fly right over the top of it, because you can't see it. It's going to be right in front of you there, and you won't be able to see it. You'll be looking here saying, "I can't find this airfield," as you fly over the top of it. So
would you have planned to go to the actual town on the actual plan?
No, make your plan to the airfield. But just once you're there and you know, I haven't quite found it yet, but there's the town, this is it's got to be just here, then you can always go across to the right a bit so you can get a better view out one side or the other. Then our run back down here was pretty good. While you're climbing away, there's a little bit of drifting off, but pretty straight line. That's showing you that you're holding pretty straight headings. Then we got organised here and you've fixed your heading up.
Yeah.
Look how straight we went. Then when we got to here, remember we talked about your heading again and you made another change?
Yeah.
You can see that.
Oh, we wanted just right of the town.
There. Yep. And then that was perfect, you're heading straight for Goulburn. Then once we saw it, like I said, let's stay to keep it on your left, so around we went. You went around, you came over the top, you descended, you joined the circuit. So the grass strip is there.
Yeah.
So that downwind's pretty good. All right, that's not a bad circuit for somewhere you haven't been and you haven't got any landmarks.
Yeah. Well, I never use landmarks. I think that's the way you kind of taught me.
That's right. Look at the runway and just draw your lines, and then you can see. Yeah, I just want to go over there towards that stump or paddock or whatever it is. So that's worked out pretty good. Departed off on crosswind again. Nice right angle turn on the crosswind, and then away we went. While you climbed up, and then off we went.
It's funny with the even those turns on the crosswind. Sometimes it's just I normally try and pick a point, but sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
And you just know, just from the amount of time that I
that
turn
would
back.
have been about 90.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then you can have a look and say, oh, yep, that was pretty good, or just adjust it a bit. And then homeward bound. So we're starting off a little bit to the right of track. So if your heading was correct, we should have been running parallel to your track.
Yeah.
You forgot about the fact that you started 2 miles to the right of your track.
Well, that's where those departing things downwind where it's not quite lining up.
Yeah.
What do you recommend doing? That doesn't matter?
That's fine. It doesn't matter as long as you remember that and realise, okay, what I should be doing is not following the track, but following 2 miles to the right of my track.
Right. Yep.
So my pencil line along the map, I should actually be tracking along 2 miles to the right of it.
Yep.
But you can see that heading, like we said, wasn't quite right, so we're gradually closing in on the track, and then along here somewhere you made the correction. So a nice pretty straight line all the way to here, so it actually started on the right of track and ended up on the left.
Yep.
Made the correction, and now we're tracking straight back for Wollongong until we started to do the manoeuvring around with the clouds and stuff like that.